Hi everyone, this is the Gas Walkthrough for May 2nd. I'm Philip Newman. Today I'm solving Superconsecutive Sudoku by Bill Murphy. And this is superconsecutive with a negative constraint, and only a negative constraint. So let's talk through the rules of that. Normal Sudoku rules, 1 to 9 in each row, column, and 3 by 3 box. Additionally, some of the numbers in the grid are circled. In this particular puzzle, Bill has given us all of the digits in those circles. So we already know what those are, we don't have to figure them out. But the rule is, if, let's look at this pair for instance, if there is a pair in box 1 where there is a circle 1 that has a difference of 1 matching the circle, then there would be a dot. So the lack of dot here says these two digits do not have a difference of 1. And that is going to apply to every pair of orthogonally adjacent digits in the box. Every pair of cells that share an edge, we cannot have a difference of 1. In box 2, because the circled digit is 2, all of that applies except with a difference of 2. So we can't have these with a difference of 2. And that's going to continue. And we're going to start with the smaller digits because they're the most useful, as you'll see, also because they're the most familiar. But I will point out before I do that, this is not telling us anything. You can't have a difference of 9 in a Sudoku puzzle. All the 8 is telling us is that 1 and 9 cannot go next to each other. So the bigger digits are much more limited in what they say. The 7 is going to tell us some stuff. But we're going to start with the small digits, and consecutive is going to be the most familiar. So let's look at that. We have two 7s here. 7 can't go next to the 8, so that's got to be 7. The 5 now must go here. The 2 can't go next to 1, and there's a 2 down here. And we're left with 6, 3, and 9. The 9 can't go here, the 3 can't go here, the 6 can't go here. But there's also a 3 here, so 3 can't go in either of these because of the consecutive. That's 3, that's 6, that's 9. And let's go to box 2. One thing I wanted to point out, we kind of glossed over it as we were doing it, but for all of these smaller circles, if there's a small digit in the circle, we know that double that digit cannot go next to it. So that's just kind of a general thing to keep in mind. Not something you really need, but it's there. So in this box we have a difference of 2. 3 can't go in any of these cells, so it is just placed, and I'll notice these have a difference of 1, and that's totally okay because we're not in box 1 anymore. If 3 could go here, if this given digit wasn't here, this 5 would not restrict it. They're not in the same box. So even though this box has this rule applied to it, the 5 doesn't. So that would, but we don't have that here. Let's see. So in a box with a difference of 2, what we want to think about is the odd digits are restricted from appearing next to each other, and so are the even digits. So where does 4 go? Not next to the 2. That's double 2. And 4 can't go here. So that's 4. 6 can't go next to the 4, and there's a 6 here, so that's 6. 8 can't go next to the 6, and there's an 8 up here. And then the 9 here is going to place 1 and 9. 1 couldn't go here anyway because of 3. And so that finishes off that box. In the row 2 and 6, the 6 wouldn't be able to go next to 3 anyway, but we have that taken care of already. 4 can go next to 7. And then we have 1 and 8. The 8 can't go next to 5. So our difference of 3 rule is resolved. I just noticed we have low, medium, high in this particular box. I don't know if that's relevant to the rest of the grid, but just caught my eye. Box 4. 8 can't go next to the 4. There's an 8 at the top. So that's placed. We don't have to worry about 4, 8 now. Effectively, what these rules are doing is giving you pairs of digits that can't go next to each other. And as we go, we're going to have fewer pairs that we have to care about. So we've taken care of 8, 4. 3, 7 is a thing, but 7 couldn't go in any of these cells anyway, so 7's over here. 2 and 6 can't go next to each other. 2 is in one of these. I don't think that tells us a whole lot. We can just place the 1, that's 1. And 5 can't go next to 9, so 5 can't go, well, yeah, it can't go in these cells because of this 5, it can't go next to 9, so this is 5. That means this is 2, last place for 2. And then we have 6 and 7, which is going to make some small portion of our audience very happy. And I don't think that's resolved, so well, pencil did. It is resolved. There's a 6 right here, never mind. I was just so focused on this box. Alright, 5. Now, at this point, we're not going to be able to use the sort of cross in the middle. 10 already can't go in 6. But difference of 5, these will be familiar if you do much with German whispers. For the 1, let's look at 6. 6 can't go next to the 1, it couldn't anyway, so 6 is in one of these cells. For the 3, it's 8. 8 can't go in this cell. Got an 8 down here, so 8's in one of these. Oh, and there's an 8 here. So 8 goes there. That takes care of that pair. 2 and 7. 2 can't go in these cells, so 2 is in one of these. And 7 is in one of these. I will just go ahead and let's mark that. 4 and 9 also can't go next to each other. 4 can't go in those, so we actually have a 4-7 pair. And 9 can't go here, so we actually, there's a 9 here as well. So we have 2, 9 like that, and 6. Probably we could have placed the 6 a little earlier, maybe not. So I believe that's all we can do with that box. The 6 box, we've got a lot of information, so we should be able to get some digits in at least. So here we have 1, 4, 5, and 7. This needs to be 1 or 7, which is fine. So cute little thing here. 1 already can't go here. 7 can't go here either, because if 7 is here, 1 is here, and that's a difference of 6. So this is not 1 or 7. So it is 5 or 4. Lost track of what digits I have there. And this is 1, 4, or 5. The 9 can't go next to 3. There's already 9 here and 9 here. We'll just place it. And 2 couldn't go next to 8, but now the 8 is kind of stuck over here. So these are 2, 4, and 7. This is the 2. And 4, 7 here. And this may be unresolved for now. Alright, down here we have 3 and 4. No problem with the 7. We have 5 and 6. No problem with the 7. And then we have 8 and 9, and that's where we're going to use the 7. 8 can't go next to the 1. So 9, 8 in this order. 9 also couldn't go next to the 2. Alright, down here we have a 4, 7 pair. Our remaining digits are 6 and 9, which we can do, and that's going to resolve our 5, 6 here. These are 2, 3, and 5. That's not 2, that's not 5. The difference of 8 is only relevant for the 1, 9 pair. 1 can't go here, and 1 can't go next to the 9, so this is 1. And we're going to have 4, 7 together again here. Not yet resolved. These are 1, 3, 7, so that's the 3. These are 4, 5, 7, and 8. So 8 goes here. I don't think there's a restriction on these. And then, oh, the 2 here resolves all of that. Get that out of the way while the phone beeps at me. The 3 here resolves 4, 3. The 5, it doesn't go there, so now we have actually a 4, 7 pair. But the remaining digit here is 6. And the 1 that we just placed is going to do a bunch over here. And if I can type the right digit, pretty much finish the puzzle. This is 4 and this is 5. And that's the solution. That one took a while because I was being very methodical and going in a particular order. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be a longer puzzle just because you have to shift differences. But really cool, really enjoyable. And I hope you enjoyed it as well. Let us know how you did in the comments, and I will see you next time.